Dear students, in second year zoology syllabus, the first topic is human digestive system. In human digestive system, two principal portions are present. One is the alimentary canal, second one is the digestive glands. First portion in human digestive system is alimentary canal or gut or gastrointestinal tract. Gastrointestinal tract. Second part is associated digestive glands. Associated digestive glands. Again, alimentary canal in human being is for about 5 to 7 meters in length. Again, alimentary canal of herbivores is longer than the carnivore. Why in herbivorous individual alimentary canal is long when compared to the carnivore means herbivorous material is rich with cellulose. Cellulose may not easily gets digested, that requires a larger surface area for complete digestion. So that only herbivorous individuals have the longer alimentary canal when compared to the carnivores. Again, alimentary canal of the human is said to be as complete gut because it is begins with the mouth, ends with the anus. So that only it is said to be as the complete gut. Means the human alimentary canal is begins with the mouth, ends with the anus. So that only it is said to be as the complete gut or one-way gut. This is also called as the one-way gut. Again, what are the parts which may be present in a sequence from the mouth to the anus in a sequence means first portion is mouth, that is opens into the oral cavity. Oral cavity is opens into pharynx. Pharynx is opens into esophagus. Esophagus is opens into stomach. Stomach is opens into small intestine. Small intestine is opens into large intestine. That is gets opens to the out through the anus. What are the sequential portions which may be present in the human alimentary canal means first portion is mouth, that is gets opens into the oral cavity or the buccal cavity, that is gets opens into the pharynx, that is gets opens into esophagus, that is gets opens into stomach, that is gets opens into small intestine. Small intestine is opens into large intestine. Large intestine finally opens to the out through the anus. Again, what are the associated glands which are present? What are the digestive glands which may be present in association with alimentary canal of the human means first one is the salivary glands. Second one is the gastric glands. Third one is the intestinal glands. Fourth one is the liver. Fifth one is the pancreas. So So what are the digestive glands which are associated to digestive system of the human being means salivary glands, gastric gland, intestinal glands, liver, pancreas are present as the associated digestive glands to the human digestive system. Again in the human alimentary canal, mouth which is present, that is gets opens into the oral cavity. When we observe the mouth, mouth is look like as the transverse slit. It is look like as the transverse slit. That mouth is bounded with movable muscular upper and lower lip. This is the movable upper lip. This is the movable lower lip. These two upper and lower lips encloses the mouth. Finally, mouth is gets opens into the oral cavity or the buccal cavity. Again, when we observe the oral cavity, in oral cavity or buccal cavity, this is said to be as the mouth here. That is gets opens into the oral cavity or the buccal cavity. What are the portions which may be present in the oral cavity or buccal cavity? What are the structures which are present means in oral cavity? Again, three distinct parts are present. One is said to be as the palatin. Second one is the teeth. Third one is the tongue. Principally, what are the portions which may be appears in the case of the oral cavity of the person? What are the structures which may be situated in oral cavity of the human beings? One is the palatin. Second one is the teeth. Third one is the tongue. Again, what is the palatin means? What is the palatin means? The bony portion which separate nasal chambers from oral cavity, the bony partition which separate the nasal chambers from oral cavity, that bony partition is said to be as the palatin. Because of due to the presence of the palatin only, we are able to simultaneously breathe and chew the food material. For getting the simultaneous chewing and breathing, definitely this kind of the palatin is a lot useful to us here. Again, this palatin which is present, the palatin which is present, that principally separate oral cavity from the nasal chambers. This is the nasal chamber, this is the oral cavity. This is the nasal chamber, this is the oral cavity. These two are separated from each other by the transverse wall. This transverse wall is said to be as the palatin. Again, anterior part of the palatin is very hard. Anterior part of the palatin is very hard. Posterior part of the palatin is soft. Means palatin is differentiated into again two distinct regions. Anterior hard palate, posterior soft palate. This is the hard palate. This is made up of with bony process. This is the soft palate. This is made up of with connective tissue, areolar connective tissue. Again in the hard palate, whatever the transverse ridges which are present, transverse grooves which may be present in the anterior part of the hard palate, the transverse ridges, the transverse grooves are said to be as the palatin rugae. These are said to be as the palatin rugae. means in the hard palate, transverse canals which may be present, the transverse canals, transverse ridges are collectively called as the palatine rugae. Palatine rugae is principally helpful to provide the grip to the tongue for effective mastication of the food material. For effective mastication of the food material to provide the grip to the tongue, this palatine rugae is not useful here. Again, posterior part of the palate is very soft because it is made up of with the areolar connective tissue. It may not made up of with bone. It is simply made up of with areolar connective tissue. So that only that is very soft, very delicate. Posterior part of soft palate is hangs down into pharynx in the form of a ball. That kind of the ball-like structure is said to be as the uvula. Soft palate is hangs down into the pharynx in the form of the ball. That kind of the ball-shaped structure is said to be as the uvula. Again, second portion which is present in the oral cavity is the teeth. What kind of the teeth are present on upper and lower jaw means, in the case of the human being, on both upper and lower jaw totally 32 teeth are present in the adult person. Totally in adult person 32 teeth are present on the upper and lower jaw. Then what kind of the teeth are present in the upper and lower jaw means, what is the type of the teeth means, thecodont type of the teeth are present. Again, heterodont type of the teeth are present. Again, diphyodont type of teeth are present in human being. Thecodont type of the teeth means, if the root of the teeth is embedded in the socket of the jawbone, then we can say that is the thecodont. Just assume this is the teeth here. Again, this is the root. This is the root. If this root of the teeth, if the root of the teeth is embedded in the socket of jawbone, this is said to be as the alveolus or socket. If this kind of the root of the teeth is embedded in socket of the jawbone, then we can say that is the thecodont teeth. In all kind of the mammals also, thecodont type of the teeth are present. Though in all mammals thecodont type of the teeth are present, but in Ornithorhynchus teeth are completely absent. In Ornithorhynchus teeth are completely absent, but in the rest of all kind of the mammals definitely thecodont type of the dentition is appear. Thecodont type of the teeth are appear. Again, second type is the heterodont. Heterodont means, if the teeth are differentiated into 4 types for getting the performing of different function, then we can say that is the heterodont. If the teeth are differentiated into 4 types for performing of different functions, then that is said to be as the heterodont. Again, of the 4 types of the teeth, first one is the incisors, second one is the canines, third one is the premolars, fourth one is the molars. If this kind of the teeth are differentiated into four type for getting the performing of different functions, then that is said to be as the heterodont. Of that, first one is the incisors. These are also called as chisel teeth. These are also called as the chisel teeth. These are principally useful for cutting of food material. For getting the cutting of the food material, this kind of the incisors or the chisel teeth is principally useful here. Second one is the canine. These are principally useful for tearing up the meat. For tearing up the meat, this kind of the canines principally useful. These are principally well developed in the carnivorous individual, but in herbivorous individual, this kind of the canines are completely absent. In herbivorous individuals, canines are absent. In carnivorous individual, they are well in developed state because of they principally useful for tearing up the meat. So that only canines are principally well in developed state in all carnivorous individual. Again, free molars, both of them are useful for the grinding of food material, for getting the mastication, for getting the grinding of the food material. Both free molars as well as the molars are a lot useful here. Again, what is the diphyodont type of the dentition means? During the life of an individual, if these teeth are formed twice, during the life of an individual, if the teeth are formed twice, then that is said to be as the diphyodont. Of them, first form teeth are said to be as the milk set or deciduous teeth. During the life of an individual, if the teeth are formed twice, then that is said to be as the diphyodont. Of that, first form teeth are said to be as the milk set or deciduous teeth. Secondly form teeth are said to be as the permanent set or adult set. During the life of an individual, secondly formed teeth are said to be as the permanent set or the adult set. Again, during the milk set, totally how many number of the teeth are gets formed? How many number of the teeth are gets formed during the milk set means totally 20 teeth are formed during the milk set or during the deciduous set here. What is the dental formula of the milk set? What is the dental formula of the milk set means? At first, what is the dental formula means? Representation of total number of the teeth of half of upper and lower jaw is said to be as the dental formula. Representation of total number of the teeth of half of upper and lower jaw is said to be as the dental formula. Again, what is the milk set dental formula means? 2102 by 2102 into 2 equal to 20. Then what is the 2102 2102 means? These two represent total number of the incisors in half of the upper jaw. This one represent total number of the canines which may be present in the half of the upper jaw. This 0 represent absence of the free molars in the half of the upper jaw. This 2 represent total number of the molars in the half of the upper jaw. Means this 2 represent total number of the incisors in the half of the upper jaw. This 1 represent total number of the canines in the half of the upper jaw. This 0 represent total number of the free molars in half of the upper jaw. This 2 represent total number of the molars in the half of the upper jaw. So totally how many number of the teeth are present in milk set means totally they are 20. Again, of this definitely 20 teeth are must be replaced with second or adult teeth, means during the permanent set, during the adult set, totally 20 out of 20 teeth are replaced with new teeth. By that way, finally permanent set teeth are gets formed here. Then what is the permanent set dental formula means? That is the 2123 by 2123 into 2 equal to 32. This is the permanent set dental formula. This is the milk set dental formula. Then how many number of the teeth are formed twice in the life of an individual? How many number of the teeth are formed only once in the life of an individual means? Definitely this 20 teeth also formed newly in permanent set, and freshly only this 2 and 2 and third molar. Definitely first 2 molars are also appears in the case of the milk set. Newly how many number of the molars are gets formed in the adult set means third molar is newly gets formed in the adult set. First 2 molars are also appears in the case of the both milk set as well as in permanent set. Means this is the adult dental formula. This is the milk set dental formula. By basing these two, how the questions may be framed in the NEET examination point of view means, the first question is that how many number of teeth are formed twice in the life of an individual? How many number of the teeth are formed twice in the life of an individual is the first question. How many number of the teeth are twice formed in the life of an individual means 20 teeth which are appears in the milk set are also gets newly formed in the adult set as it is. So that only this 20 teeth are twice formed in the life of an individual. Total number of the teeth which follows the diphyodont dentition are nothing but 20, or total number of the teeth which are formed twice in the life of an individual are also 20. Again, how many number of the teeth are formed only once in the life of an individual means how many number of the teeth are formed only once in the life of an individual means these teeth are appears only in the adult set. They may not appears in the milk set. It means they are absent in the milk set. They are only appears in the case of the adult set. Similarly, in the milk set, only first 2 molars are appears but not third molar. Only first 2 molars are appears but not the third molar. But in the case of the permanent set, third molar is gets newly formed here. To simply understand, we can represent these 3 as the 2 plus 1. These are the first 2 molars. They also appears in the case of the milk set. But newly how many number of the teeth are appears in the adult set means third molars are appears in the adult set. Means these are also forms only once in the life of an individual. Definitely these free molars are appears only once in the life of an individual because they are only appears in the adult set but not in the milk set. Again, third molar is also only once appears in the life of an individual, means they may be only appears in the adult set. So totally how many number of teeth are forms only once in the life of an individual means totally 12 teeth are formed only once in the life of an individual. How the 12 means? 2 into 2 4, 1 into 2 2. Here 4 plus 2 equal to 6. Here also 2 into 2 4 plus 1 into 2 2 means here also 4 plus 2 equal to 6. These 6 totally they are 12 in number. So totally 12 teeth are gets formed only once in the life of an individual, means 12 teeth follows the monophyodont dentition in the human dental formula. Again totally 20 teeth follows diphyodont dentition in the human life cycle here. Means totally 12 teeth are forms only once in the life of an individual, means 12 teeth follows the monophyodont dentition. Monophyodont dentition. Then what is the dental formula of the monophyodont dentition means? 0021 by 0021 into 2 equal to 12. Then what is the 00 means? Definitely these two means incisors are appears both in milk set and adult set. So that only both of them are formed twice in the life of an individual. Again canines also appears in both adult set as well as the milk set. So that only we can represent them as the 00. Then what are the teeth which are newly formed in adult set only once means free molars are only formed in the adult set. Again third molar, this is the one, this is the one. Third molar is also gets forms only once in the adult person, only once in the adult set. So that only we can represent the monophyodont dentition as 0021 by 0021 into 2 equal to 12. So you have to remember three important dental formulas. This is the milk set dental formula, that is the 2102 by 2102 into 2 equal to 20. This is the adult set dental formula, that is 2123 by 2123 into 2 equal to 32. By basing this, we can assume two important neat questions. One is that totally how many number of the teeth follows diphyodont dentition? Totally how many number of the teeth forms twice in the life of an individual means 20. Second question is that totally how many number of the teeth follows monophyodont dentition? That means totally how many number of the teeth are forms only once in the life of an individual means they are 12. Then what is the monophyodont dentition dental formula means 0021 by 0021 into 2 equal to 12. Next third molar which is appears in the adult set. This third molars are also called as wisdom teeth. Why we say they are the wisdom teeth means Why we say they are the wisdom teeth means they may be relatively formed lately. It is believed that they may be appears at the age of the 21 years. At the age of the 21 years, this kind of the third molars may be appears in the human. Due to that, they are said to be as the wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth also appears only once in the life of an individual. Next, third part which is present in the oral cavity is the tongue. Before going to the tongue, you have to know what is the structure of the teeth, what are the portions which are appears during the structure of the teeth means structure of teeth. What is the structure of the teeth means in normal teeth three principal portions are appears. What are the three principal portions means the first portion is said to be as the crown. This is the visible portion. This is the white colored visible part. Means in the teeth of the person, whatever the part which is exposed to out, which is very clearly visible to us, which is white in color, that part is said to be as the crown. Middle part which is present, which is covered with the gum, is said to be as the neck. This is covered with the gum here. Third portion which is present, which is embedded in the socket of jawbone, that is said to be as the root. This part is completely embedded in the socket of the jawbone. This is covered with the gum. This is only visible to us. This is the visible portion. Again, this teeth is principally made up of a substance that is said to be as the dentin. Teeth is principally made up of a substance that is said to be as the dentin. Definitely dentin is also hard in nature, but when compared to enamel, this dentin is less in hard, but it is more hard than the bone. Definitely in the case of the bone, in the case of the dentin, in the case of the enamel, in these three, depending upon the amount of the calcium phosphate, rigidity is depends here. Among these three portions, highest amount of calcium phosphate is present in the enamel, so that is the largest one, that is the hardest one. In enamel substance, highest amount of the calcium phosphate is present, due to that is the hardest part in our body. When compared to the enamel, less amount of calcium phosphate is present in the dentin, so that it is with less rigid when compared to the enamel, less hard when compared to the enamel. Again in the bone, when compared to the dentin, less amount of the calcium phosphate is present, so that when compared to the dentin, bone is with less rigid. Means as per the rigidity, what is the increasing or decreasing order of rigidity of these three portions means when we observe the rigidity increasing order, the first rigid part when compared to the rest of the two is the enamel. Enamel is more rigid. Enamel is more rigid when compared to the dentin. Again, dentin is more rigid when compared to the bone. The only one reason for variation in the rigidity among these three structures is nothing but amount of the calcium phosphate is variated in these three. Highest amount of the calcium phosphate is present in the enamel. When compared to enamel, little bit less amount of the calcium phosphate is present in the dentin. Again, when compared to the bone, in dentin, this calcium phosphate is a little bit greater. Again, in the bone, when compared to the dentin, calcium phosphate is a little bit lesser. So, that only enamel is the hardest when compared to the dentin. Dentin is the hardest when compared to the bone. Again, in the bone, Haversian canals are present, but such kind of the Haversian canals may not be present in the case of the dentin. Again, what are the cells which secrete this kind of the dentin means? Odontoblast cells. Odontoblast cells secrete the dentin. Odontoblast cells again originated from mesoderm. Odontoblast cells originated from the mesoderm during the embryonic development. Odontoblast cells, after getting the formation, they start secretion of the dentin for getting the formation of the teeth. Again, these are the odontoblast cells. Odontoblast cells lines a cavity. Just assume this is the odontoblast cell layer here. Between the two sides of the odontoblast cells, these are also odontoblast cells. These are also odontoblast cell. Between the two sides of the odontoblast cell, whatever the cavity which is present, which is made up of with loose connective tissue, that is said to be as the pulp cavity. This is said to be as the pulp cavity. Between the two sides of the odontoblast cell, whatever the space, whatever the cavity which is present, which is made up of with loose connective tissue, that is said to be as the pulp cavity. In the pulp cavity, what are present means nerves are present, blood vessels are present, again lymph vessels also present in the case of the pulp cavity. Again, this pulp cavity is opens to out through a opening that is said to be as the pulp 4. Principally, pulp cavities gets opens to the out, that is said to be as again crown which is present in the anterior. This crown is covered with a specialized cells. That kind of the cells are said to be as the amyloblast cells. Crown is covered with specialized cells, that is said to be as the amyloblast cells. They secrete enamel. Amyloblast cells secrete white colored substance, white colored shining substance. That kind of the white colored shining substance is said to be as the enamel. That is Teeth is said to be as the ectomesodermally in origin because odontoblast cells are originated from the mesoderm. Again, ameloblast cells are gets originated from the ectoderm. So that only we can say teeth is ectomesodermally in origin. Again, middle part of the teeth, that is the neck, is covered with gum. This is covered with gum here. Middle part of the teeth is covered with gum on both sides also. Again, root of the teeth is covered with a specialized substance. That substance is said to be as the cementum. This is said to be as the cementum. Root of the teeth is covered with a specialized substance that is said to be as the cementum, that is useful for attachment to periodontal membrane of socket of jawbone. Means cementum substance is tightly connected to periodontal membrane of jawbone. Just assume this is the jawbone, this is the alveoli, this is the socket of the jawbone or the alveolus. This alveolus is lined with a membrane. That membrane is said to be as the periodontal membrane. This is the periodontal membrane. This is the periodontal membrane. Periodontal membrane of alveoli is attaches to the cementum substance of root of the teeth. By that way only this root of the teeth is tightly hidden in the socket of the jawbone. Means here you have to remember important point. Periodontal membrane is belongs to socket of jawbone. Cementum substance is belongs to the root of the teeth. Cementum substance is present above the root of the teeth. Means root of the teeth is covered with the cementum substance. Periodontal membrane is present in the socket of the jawbone. Again, periodontal membrane of the socket of the jawbone is tightly connected to cementum substance of the root of the teeth. By that way only teeth of the person is tightly hidden in the socket of the jawbone. Again, this kind of the teeth, if it is completely hidden in the socket of the jawbone tightly, then that kind of the teeth is said to be as the thecodont teeth. Then in what kind of the animals this kind of the thecodont teeth are appears means in almost all mammal except Ornithorhynchus and in crocodiles of reptile, this thecodont type of the teeth are very clearly appear. Next part which is present in the oral cavity is said to be as the tongue. Next part which is present in the oral cavity is the tongue, or this also called as the lingua. Definitely teeth is said to be as the universal toothbrush. This is said to be as the universal toothbrush. Why the tongue is said to be as the universal toothbrush means because of due to the four kind of the functions, means a tongue perform the four kind of the functions. What are the means? One is the mastication of food, One is the mastication of food. Second one is the deglutition. That is nothing but swallowing. Deglutition, nothing but swallowing of the food material. Third one is the taste of food material. Fourth one is the clarity speech. Definitely tongue is helpful for mastication of the food material, means saliva have to be thoroughly mixed with food material for easy digestion. So that only tongue principally useful for mixing of the saliva with the food material in the oral cavity. That is the mastication of the food material. Second is swallowing. After getting thorough chewing, that chewed food material have to be gets pushed into the esophagus through the pharynx. That is said to be as the swallowing. That is nothing but deglutition. Again, on the tongue, taste buds are present for the tasting of the food material. For detection of the taste of the food material, on the tongue taste buds are present. With the help of the taste buds that may be useful for the taste of the food material. Again, for clarity speech, for clarity delivering of the words, that kind of the tongue movement must be required. Because of due to the four kind of the functions of performing, this kind of the teeth is this kind of the tongue is said to be as the universal toothbrush. Tongue is said to be as the universal toothbrush because of due to the performing of this four kind of the functions. Again, when we observe the tongue, this tongue is attaches to floor of buccal cavity through a connective tissue folding. Just assume this is the tongue here. This is the tongue here. This is the tongue here. Ventral surface of the tongue, specifically posterior ventral surface of the tongue, is attaches to the floor of the buccal cavity through a folding. That kind of the mucous connective tissue folding is said to be as the frenulum. Specifically, posterior ventral portion of the tongue is attaches to the floor of the buccal cavity through a connective tissue folding. That connective tissue folding is said to be as the frenulum. Again, on the surface of the tongue, specialized outgrowths are appears. That specialized outgrowths are said to be as the papillae. Specialized outgrowths which may be appears on the tongue of the person is said to be as the papillae. What kind of the papillae are present means four kinds of the papillae are appears. What are they means? First type of the papillae, which are big in size, which are with a C-shaped, that kind of the papillae are said to be as the fungiform. Sorry, these are the circumvallate. These are the circumvallate papillae. Whatever the papillae which are present,